Well guys, I kind of wanted to give you an update on my 250R. It's mainly me just talking about it at this point. When I first got it, it ran okay. I did some jetting on the stock carburetor and I got it close. It ran okay, but it wasn't perfect. So I broke down and bought a brand new PWK 35mm air striker. And the stock jetting on it was okay. It ran all right, but it wasn't perfect. So I've been doing a lot of jetting to it, playing with the idle, the main, stuff like that. I've actually came to the conclusion that the air slide was just not the right slide in it, because I got down to a 35 Pilot and it still wanted to be leaner. So I ended up going from the 4.5 slide to a 6 air gap slide. And then I went back up to a 42 Pilot and it's running great now. So, that's the carb situation. As you can see, I got some jets. I also changed up the needle when I did the slide. And then I've got a gasket kit there. The reason I've got a gasket kit is because the transmission let loose on it. Last fall, a buddy of mine was actually riding it, and he brings it to me and he's like, man, it catches neutral really easy. I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I jumped onto it and I didn't make it far and the motor locked up tight. And it was weird because it wasn't a top end lockup. It wasn't a bearing failure. I knew it was something in the transmission. So I brought it home, split the motor. That's what I found. I found my countershaft gear was broke on the dogs. It also broke my second shift fork. And luckily that was all. It didn't break the case. It didn't do much damage. I did have a hard time finding that gear. I got lucky and there was a guy in New Jersey that had hundreds and hundreds of gears out of transmissions, and he hooked me up. Wasn't a bad price. Could have been worse. Got my motor all back together, and here it is at this point, and it's running beautiful. All the gears are perfect. Shifts into neutral nice. Yeah, I can't complain. It's a great four-wheeler for a 1988. I've since put a set of knockoff flex bars. They're actually forget what they sell them for on Amazon. They're like a flex bar. They're just not quite the same. They don't have the elastometers that go down and up. It's only for the down force. I've also put the Mako 360 bar clamp on it. That's off of a dirt bike. I made my own steering stem that was all together with the bar clamp and everything a +2. Worked out perfect. Yeah. I've also put a sprocket guard on it just in case. Ain't perfect, but I still haven't bought the plastic chain guard for the front. I need to. That way, if God forbid a chain does let loose, it'll be safe and won't be hurt. But yeah, it's coming along great. I think the next time you'll see it is the 250R takeover. or the two-stroke takeover up in Tug Hill, up in Barnes Corners, New York. If you got an old vintage quad, love to see you guys there. Till the next video, guys.